Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Where are we here? Another kind of frantic day this morning, getting everything going on. Good morning, good morning. So, you know what's going on. Hey, I'm here now. There's a party booked at 8:30. I wrote to them last night to ask, is it okay? Could we maybe stream this if I get it organized? And no answer. They didn't write back to me. So I suspect, and I don't really know. And also, I don't have anything. I don't have cabling set up for that room. So really, simply, we're just going to have a short stream here. I'll do my work here until those guys show up. It's now 8 o'clock. I'll do my work until they show up, and then I just will have to sign off. I'm sorry. Part of the chaos is, yesterday, I talked to you yesterday about the TV thing that's going on. And crap, they've gone nuts about this. It's eating our life. They were here yesterday. There's still no cameras here. They're planning. They're trying to work out. What they're doing is they're making a 1-hour program, and it's going to be broadcast in like 2 weeks from now. So they are really working like crazy to try and get a program plan, a script in the sense of a plan for what to do and what to show and what things to include and what not to include. So yesterday they grilled me. They were just here all day long. I'm trying to work in the shop, and they're following me around, a guy with a clipboard and asking questions. And I can't complain because they're really doing their homework. I know some people come in and they sit here and like, oh, when did you come to Japan and stuff, and they don't know anything about what's going on. These people have done their homework like crazy. They're really trying to turn this into a well put together little program. And that's cool, that's really nice, but it ate my entire day yesterday. The shop's here, it's busy. I'm trying to deal with customers and chat with these guys at the same time. They basically got it worked on. We're gonna go to Ome together next Tuesday. They're gonna film stuff in Ome, me and my past life and stuff that's there, blocks and prints, and talk to the staff and go camping, go hiking a little bit and stuff like that. And then over the next 3 days, this is next week, the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they're going to be around here, in and out, and we're carving here, and we're dealing with customers and showing a print party and going to restaurants and going to public baths and all that kind of stuff. And they're trying to put together basically a small movie, whatever. So everything I was supposed to do yesterday just got pushed aside and didn't get done. There's one funny thing about it. This is an interesting experience. These guys have done their homework so well. They're correcting me yesterday. I read it. An interesting thing many years ago. There's a writer called John McPhee. He does or did long feature pieces for the New Yorker magazine. He's maybe retired now, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, he was quite well known for doing these super long, wonderful feature pieces for the magazine. And he talked about his interviewing technique when he'd go out to see somebody. It's not a one-shot interview. He's writing a book or a 50,000 New Yorker piece on somebody. So it's an interview process that's over a few weeks. The guy is in and out and asking whatever. And he said something like, I forget the exact words, when you're interviewing somebody, and asking questions to try and get to the heart of the matter, whatever, you know. I forget the exact thing he said. It was when you hear the same, what did he say? The same answers coming back for the third time, then you know you've probably pretty much got to the base of it, whatever, you know. And this guy yesterday, he'd be asking sort of the same question, trying to get me to answer it in different ways to push the thing into a different direction. And at one point he said, just a minute, that's not what you told me the other day. And he's done his homework so well that he's correcting me on details of my history here. You know, they ask you so many questions and so many related questions, your head starts going round and round and round, and you lose track of what's going on. Okay, we don't have, well, obviously this morning, in this situation, we're not going to get to this small hair this morning. This is going to be for the next session. So what I'll do is I'll just start work on these dots. We have endless number of dots to carve here. I'll zoom in. Let me find a place where we are. Where are we here? Let's zoom in to get the light worked out here. Excuse me. Let's try and find the spot here. Well, good morning, guys. Sorry to ignore the chat here. What's happening? It's another blah, 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 blah morning. They can film me taking it if they want that. And when we were chatting about this, he's asking me, why did you give up the beautiful Omi life to come to Osaka and all that kind of stuff? And it's plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. And among the things I'd been listing off, he'd read one of the stories. I guess it was in my story week. These guys have really done their research. He read one of the stories a week that's gone back years ago or whatever, where I'm talking about I've been carving all day and it gets to be evening and get a bit closer. I go and lie in the river. And I'm lying in the river in a shallow part. Where just basically my head or face is out of the water, you know. And I see something in the water, there's some sort of something moving. It turns out there's a snake, not anything dangerous, whatever, just a little grass snake or something. But the snake is swimming in the river, coming towards me, closer, rippling side to side like snakes do when they swim. And he can't see me because I'm like just buried in the water being really still. So I'm saying, okay, how long can I stay? Because I've got to, am I going to let this snake come right over my head or I can do whatever? But he saw me before I moved, and this ripple is coming in the water, and all of a sudden he sits, jumps, and what's going on? And then choop, runs away. So I talked about episodes like this, and this guy has seen those. So as part of their plan for this documentary, as it's still hot weather, they want to get out to Ome on Tuesday. And yeah, in their little script/plan, get in the water, out you go, so. So who knows, another famous nude scene, I don't know, we'll just see, we'll play it all by ear as it goes along. Okay, these dots, these black dots here now, they have to be jagged. This is some kind of rough seaweed thing on the rocks here. It is not neat, clean, pretty stuff. It's a Hokusai energetic print. So these things have to be rough. But if I just go around and chop them all as hexagons, that'll be no good. So they've got to be rough but random. It's a major typhoon day in Japan here, but our area is not going to get hit, it seems. This current typhoon, there's two of them running right now. And they're both running down in western Japan. One is going to cross the whole country. It's going to cross from the Pacific side to the Nihonka. It's starting now, but I just saw the news report. people down in the west and Osaka, Kobe, beyond there, they're getting rather wet this morning. We're gonna stay clear, it seems, this time. I think it's not our turn. I think Hawaii is getting it today. I'm not quite sure. I wasn't seeing. My map didn't go that far either. So the news report said that the Atlantic hurricane season this year is going to be light, and I guess all the hurricanes have gathered here in the Pacific for a party instead of in the Atlantic, so I don't know what the deal is. All right, what is the angle on the Kentonomi? I don't know. Next question. I have no idea. You tell me. Can we get the angle here? How do I get this to the camera? There it is. There's the knife. Click. There's the tool. I'll cut the angle. It's up to you. Here, there you go. I don't know what it is. But again, don't worry too much about details like that. It's just a chisel. Just cut a corner. Jeez, what are we talking about here? Blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, I can't see this. Cats, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no way these dots one by one are going to reproduce from the original book. Remember, I traced them on that iPad. Some of them I could see, some of them I couldn't see, some were buried in black by printing. Some weren't even existent. I drew them myself. So we're not in any way here trying to reproduce original dots. I'm simply trying to make pretty rough, not neat and clean dots that try not to look all the same. But they basically are the same size and structure so that they look like whatever they're supposed to be. But they don't want to look all the same. It's way too easy to make them all like too round or too hexagonal or whatever. So. Again, we'll see once the test proofing is done. Stuff that's funny jumps right out at you and you can trim it and change it at that point. sure what this is. Is that a dot or is that a mistake there? Not sure. We'll leave it for now. There was some interesting stuff came up on an auction site here last night. Not the usual Yahoo auctions, but a smaller auction site. Somebody had some Meiji era pictures. He described them as Chinese paintings, and they weren't. They're woodblock prints. They're woodblock prints made in the Meiji era, and they're reproductions of Chinese paintings, but they're made in woodblock print form. So the guy who put the auction up, he described them as paintings. So the usual crowd of people who are bidding on prints and stuff that I'm fighting against every night, didn't see them, it seems. So I was able to bid quite low. And I got the set. It's a set of 12 Chinese Meiji prints of reproducing Chinese paintings. And they should be shipped today, so they'll come tomorrow. So whatever, we'll show them sometime, maybe next week in a show and tell. And very, very, very nice stuff. It's hard to believe that they're actually woodblock prints. I mean, a normal person wouldn't be able to tell because they really look like paintings. I have no idea how many blocks, just an insane number of wood blocks. It's impossible to count because how many gradations, layered over gradations, and how much they painted on the blocks, you can't really tell. Whatever, for each one, it's 30, 40, 50, 60 blocks. I mean, just incredible. It was just the normal day's work for those guys back then. They must have been published as a set. The people who bought them would have been cultured people, the new middle class emerging at that time in Meiji, who were trying to learn about art and stuff like that. And the craftsmen were so cheap. It was a third world country. The craftsmen were so cheap that it was possible to do just spectacular, incredible work. Something we could never, ever, 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 ever think of doing it now. Just too much hand labor. I was browsing those auctions last night, as well as Yahoo auctions and another place, and this is the time of month where I have to be careful at the auction sites because the payday is coming up. Whatever we talked about this before, payday is coming up, and I have to be careful. We need to be constantly replenishing our stock for the flea market. We need to be buying all the time. But my problem is, we have no financing here, so I've got to do it from our general revenue. So if I spend too much, Cameron's going to be coming at me and say, Dave, payday's in 3 more days or something, and there isn't enough money. We need to do it. So I have to be careful. Not quite sure what you're talking about. The angle of the knife and stuff, whatever. I wouldn't really worry too much about that, Just a simple chisel. Dave, do I pay myself a salary? No, I can't legally do that. This is what's called a kojin jigyo. What's the English word? Proprietorship. It's a proprietorship. And the way that legally works is that every bit of income for us is my personal income, and a number of the things we spend money on, not all of them, become an expense against that income. So, the income for the shop and everything is my income. And then I pay the staff, I buy the prints, whatever deduction, whatever's left over at the end of the year is considered by the tax department, legally, that's my income. So there's no such thing as a salary for a person in a proprietorship. Your income, legally calculated income, is the plus minus.
Good morning.
Hello.
Ooh, are you making them right now?
I am indeed. Sure.
Beautiful.
Sir.
So,
Allison?
That's me.
Yes. So, 23. Your gang is coming?
Yes, they're just finishing up breakfast, and
Okay.
they're paying right now, so I'll be shuffling them.
All right.
shortly.
Okay, good enough. This is I'm live streaming right now.
Are you?
Every morning at 8 o'clock we
that's
stream while
exciting.
I'm carving and stuff like that.
That's
Actually, I
amazing.
wrote to you last night asking, would
I
it be
did too.
possible to stream this thing today?
I would love that.
Love it, but I haven't. I knew she would say that.
Thanks.
Because I have got it set up. I haven't got Ethernet cable ready.
I mean, we don't mind to push back a little, but I know you have other people coming.
There's nothing else this morning. We booked
Okay.
out the morning for you.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So
Well,
there's-
if you need a little setup time, that's totally okay with us.
What do you think, guys? I know their answer. Yeah. Do it.
Yes.
Okay, and what it is, it's Twitch. It's, Twitch
Oh,
is
yes,
usually a
okay.
gaming channel, so we have a channel on Twitch that we stream.
Lovely.
Right, let me try this. Give me a minute. I'm going to shut this one down, finish it. Then I'm going to have to go upstairs, get an Ethernet cable, try running things around. So it's like 5, 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
These guys are over the restaurant across the street anyway. So it's 8:24. So hang around maybe by 8:35 or 8:40 or 8:45. We'll be opening it up for a print party. What are these, college students? Remind me.
They're high school students.
High school
15
students.
to 18.
Okay. There's 5 of them, 6 of them?
5.
5 of them. There we have it. Okay. See you later, guys. I am busy. Bye-bye. Talk to you soon. Stream.